He's always singing how his bus will never come. Oh, I don't care if my time never comes. I don't care if my time.
All right, check it out. One more clap to make sure that the editing is easy. This is Rooftop Sessions. This is the Rooftop Sessions. I've been dying to have Fletcher Gull straight from Australia. He's a good friend of mine and a good friend of the scene. I've really wanted this guy on for a while now. This is episode number 2. Craziness. Fletcher Gull, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, man. So, you know what? While we get a little bit situated, I'm gonna crack myself a nice seltzer, which we're making short work of.
White Claw.
White Claw because fuck carbs.
Because fuck carbs.
So there's been some upgrades to the Rooftop Sessions. We have, that's actually Fletcher's camera. So did you get that on Australia?
Cameras? We have those.
You got those?
Yeah.
Did you get that camera in Australia?
Yes.
Okay. What have you shot with it?
I took some very small ants and bugs, insects.
Okay. Interesting.
I shot my little brother's piano recital. And I shot the Blue Eyes White Dragon John song video with that.
Really?
Yeah. The
John song video.
Yeah, there's actually a video for Leviathan that we shot as well that we never ever edited. And I intend to do that with Jacob in the next month while I'm back at home.
Okay, so your friend Jacob. So you told me a bit about Jacob. That was didn't he live in like Japan for a little bit or
He
something?
did, yeah.
Okay.
He did.
So for those of you who don't know, for all the viewers of the Rooftop Sessions,
Jacob lived in Japan.
Jacob did live in Japan, but also there's so maybe tell us about the Blue Eyes White Dragon project.
Me and Jacob are probably the most inefficient songwriting duo to ever exist. We have been playing together since high school, and I think it probably took us about 10 years to finally release something properly. We've released a couple of things with bands before, but I mean, I think this is the first thing that we've released that was a true collaboration and that we felt proud of, you know.
So I'll See You in Alaska, is that right?
That's right. The album is called See You in Alaska, 24th of July 2027. That's when we'll see you in Alaska.
Okay. And so that took 10 years to make.
Well, no, we weren't working on it that whole time. It's just that it took us 10 years of knowing each other to finally come up with something that to write a full album together and to put the effort into recording and releasing it. We kind of walk around each other a lot. Like, I left. He left high school before me, and then I sort of left, and then I moved to Canada. He moved to Japan when I came back or whatever. So we were sort of always in different places. And then when COVID started, we both ended up in the same city. We both ended up in Melbourne, and my friend had a shed out the back of his house that he was like, "Oh, you know what? If you want to use it as a studio, that's cool." So we were all locked down and stuff. So our project was that we converted this shed into a studio, and in the meantime we were writing all these songs and So the only thing that actually enabled us to come together and actually be productive was a global shutdown in which we weren't allowed to leave our houses. So yeah, that's what it takes sometimes.
And now, hell yeah, dude, that's badass. What I remember it was maybe in one of our Bushwick nights. You were telling me that Australia was having severe, like really, really kind of like severe shutdowns where you were in one state
yeah.
or one like district of...
The state that I was living in was... I've heard it quoted that the city of Melbourne was the most locked down city in the entire planet. I don't...
And you were in Melbourne.
I was in Melbourne, yeah. I don't know exactly how they make that metric, but...
I remember watching
I think,
on the
like,
news.
the most consecutive days of, like, stage 4 lockdown, or I don't know.
There was, like,
that.
manhunts. I remember...
Yeah,
seeing,
the cops came...
manhunts.
For a time, the cops came to my door every day just to check I was home and stuff.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And so then your boy was in... your boy Jacob was in... like another section. He was in like Queensland or something.
No. Well,
you had to, like escape.
So I escaped Victoria because my granddad was dying. At the pretty bad time to be dying. Not that there's any particularly good time to be dying.
Has he died? Has he passed away?
Well, he died then in the thick of it all, and we knew he didn't have much time all of a sudden, and so I wasn't allowed to leave home or anything, but my family all lived in the next state up.
Yeah.
It was much less strict there.
And what state is that?
It's called New South Wales. It's like where Sydney is. I think it might be the most populous state. I'm not sure.
And that's where Jacob was.
No, Jacob came down to Victoria as well, but then I left Victoria to go see my granddad. And then the lockdowns got really, really even more bad and stayed bad down there. And meanwhile, it was super chill up where I was, so I was just kind of like spent a while living on an airport runway and learning, getting my skydiving certification and all that kind of thing. And poor Jacob, he was trapped.
Yeah.
And I kept saying I'd go back, but to be honest, I was terrified to go back. So eventually, I did go back to be trapped with him, but yeah, I don't know. It was
so
a bad...
Who's Dave, and when did he...
Dave is the guy whose shed it was.
Dave gave his only shed.
Dave gave his only shed. Dave was a true art. He's one of those rare people that's a true artist.
Okay.
In lots of ways. Yeah, a brilliant musician, but that wasn't even his main thing. He painted murals and street art and stuff like that, mainly, I think. And his just one of those really talented dudes, but also one of those like tragically talented dudes. Like he had an aura of artistic tragedy about him. And I think that sort of
like drugs and stuff, and like
no,
the classic archetype of
no. He
artist.
was. I wouldn't quite. I mean, maybe I'm not sure his life story. That could have been a thing at one point, but at this point in his life, he had a couple of beautiful kids and he was holding it together real well, and he had this house that, he rented, and he had these beautiful gardens that he set up everywhere, and, he was on top of stuff, and he was living good, and that's where he welcomed us in to make the studio in his backyard, and
yeah.
And there was another chick living in his little granny flat who was like a really cool documentary maker from Pittsburgh. Yeah, actually. So yeah, he was a very cool guy, very generous guy, very just like loved art, loved the life. But he just had a very melancholy vibe to him, kind of thing. And
okay.
And in the end, I think that sort of I don't know, he was a beautiful man. I don't know.
Is he still with us?
No, he developed cancer when around that time. No, he didn't last that long after that. It was very tragic. But especially because Jacob was living there during COVID. I mentioned that I escaped, and Jacob and Dave became really tight. I would say, it was probably harder on him than me, because I just wasn't there enough. But yeah, they became very close.
Mm-hmm. So that's Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's one of the projects that Fletcher Gull is a part of. Probably, like, I'm not, I feel like probably my favorite. I'm just gonna say it. I think
it's my favorite too.
It's fucking phenomenal. The songs that are on that album are incredible. On the Alaska album,
I really like that album too.
And so, I'm happy to. I definitely want to they want to expose that.
Or should we play one of those songs?
Maybe we could play one of those songs. We do have the guitar. We do have the guitars out. You know, I think maybe eventually we'll get to that. Do you have a song from that?
Yeah, absolutely. But let me just tune quickly. Seems to be the lesson. I actually might use the pick for this one if there was a pick.
The gray one?
Yeah.
I got one of my keys.
Oh, I got one here. This one's for Jacob. It's written by Jacob and myself. I don't care if my time never comes. I'm hoping that it never does. I've been dumb, I've been there waiting. Now I don't care if my time never comes. Never made it up to there. I'm too proud to tell you I'm sorry. Sorry. It's my life to sacrifice. Come and don't got anything on me. For me. What is real but the help you lend? I don't care if it never ends, 'cause I ain't looking for an easy way out. The world's small when you've got a friend round. This time I'm understanding. I hear you speaking clearly in all the shapes and colors. Talking walls are guilt that always leaves me wanting more. I don't care if my time never comes. John is always singing in the streets and it's just for fun. People looking at him playing and they on the run. He's always singing how his bus will never come. I don't care if my time never comes. I don't care if my time never comes. Oh, I don't care if my time never comes. It never does. It never does. It never does. It's all the things that you hide. It's It's all the reasons you lie. It's all the secrets inside. It's all the things that you hide. It's all the reasons you lie. It's all the